up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? What's up, K-pop family? It's your boy Ty, giving you the best and being the best of K-pop. So it is time for another dramatic, crazy K-pop news corner. This is where I give you the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, the pros and cons that's been going on in K-pop for the past 1 to 3 weeks. So our first story today, breaking news, Snsd Onew investigated for sexual harassment and SME's official response. So this just happened a day ago, and this mess has been trending like a some bitch. Like, even I heard about it. Like, even though I'm late with this whole like news corner thing, I heard about it. I was like, you know what, let me talk about this in my news corner because I gotta talk about this one. So Snsd Onew was investigated for sexual harassment. Apparently he was at a club with his friends in the morning, and there was a dancer on stage. Now they're IDing the dancer Woman A. So Woman A felt someone touch her. The first time it happened, she dismissed it because she probably thought it was by accident, someone bumped her, whatever like that. So the second time she got touched, she asked one of the dudes that was around her, did you see someone touch me? And one of the dudes, now they're saying it's the witness, said, yeah, Onew, that dude right there touched you, and it turned out to be Snsd Onew. Now, police report was filed. Police went to Lord, I'm thinking of Snsd Onew and I'm mushing it together. They went to Onew and they interviewed him, and they investigated him and asked him what was going on. Like, why was you touching her? This, that, and third. He basically said to the cops, well, I was drunk. It was like 3, 4 in the morning or something like that. I was there celebrating my friend debuting as a DJ. I was drunk. So after both statements and both parties came together to talk, charges was dropped. Like, just charges was dropped. Now, after that, SM did make an official statement saying, yeah, Snsd Onew, he was drunk, he was in a drunken state, and he was touching a lot of people around him. He do apologize if he made anybody feel uncomfortable. You know the basic, like, okay, tell the public what you want to type of statement, which I'm not saying he, like, it's a bullshit statement, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it's that basic, like, oh, he didn't mean to, he's like, he got a lot going on, he was there for a reason, he was drunk, he was da-da-da, and I could believe he was drunk, because people do, hell, it was just one of them typical, like, agency statements. So, like I said, both parties came to a mutual standing, and the charges was dropped against him, but even though the charges were dropped against him, a lot of netizens is saying that he should be kicked off of this new show that he's called Youth Generation 2, if I'm not mistaken. Even though both parties mutually said, okay, it was a misunderstanding, it was a mistake and stuff, people still think that he should be kicked off that show because that's just not appropriate, period, point blank. Now, me personally, a mistake is a mistake, and especially if both parties came to a mutual understanding and a mutual agreement that it was just a mistake, it was just a misunderstanding, let that shit go. Like, I could see if his party said it was a misunderstanding, but her party and the witness was like, nah, that ain't no, like, no. I could see that you still be riled up and you still think he should be off the show. But if they both came together and both said it was probably just a misunderstanding, then yo, like, it should be dismissed. Like, why do you want him to kick off? Why are you trying to stop his bag just because you feel some type of way? I do think it could have been an honest misunderstanding, mistake, because, like I said, people do dumb shit when they drunk. So our second story today, Hyoyoon of Girls' Generation thanks EXO for being the only junior group that came to greet Girls' Generation's comeback stage. So, as you know, Girls' Generation just came out with a new album titled Holiday Night, and on their debut stage on, on their comeback stage on M Countdown, apparently EXO was the only junior group of SM to come and see them. Now, she made this statement via Instagram story. She made an Instagram story saying, oh, we want to thank EXO for coming out, for being the only Hubenims to come out and support us coming back with our new album and this, that, and the third. And her and Soyoon was in the video, and apparently they was holding EXO's new album, The War, when it seems like, okay, let me say that, let me say the story first, and then like, okay. So then after she posted that story to her Instagram, a lot of netizens and a lot of Girls' Generation fans was like, oh, that is some true shit. Like, where are the other Who-baes? Why aren't they there supporting them? Why aren't they da-da-da? And then a bunch of the Girls' Generation fans was like, because before Girls' Generation debut, they was all over the place at freaking stages for their sunbaes, and they was doing this, that, and third, greeting them, going backstage, talking to them, this, that, and third. Now, what I gotta say about that is, okay, cool beans, but if I'm not mistaken, when Girls' Generation debuted, they only had 2 freaking groups really to like look after or whatever like that. You had TVSQ and you had Super Junior, really, like for real. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, NCT Dream is about to come out with something. Red Velvet just came out with something. The rest of NCT is probably doing stuff. And who else is under them? I think that's about it. Now, secondly, it seems like y'all promoting EXO by just having, nonchalantly, probably holding the album, their signed album at that, because I saw the story bit. I do my research. I get my receipts before I report on stuff. Signed album and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, cool beans, like, but I get it. I get what they're saying, but to be honest, people like that nowadays, debuting nowadays, don't gotta do what Girls' Generation did. Like, you know, these people, I'm telling you, because of social media and the cloud of social media, you know these groups way before they damn debut. So it's like you don't gotta do all that extra stuff to get your face out there, to do up 10,000 damn shows, even though they still do, to get your face out there. You could just do V Live and all that shit and this, that, and the third, and you Gucci. Like, you ain't have to do as much work back then as you have to, like, you ain't have to do much work now as you had to do back then. Like, you know what I mean? Plus, people grown now. People ain't got time for that now. People are focusing strictly on what they want to do now. And that's a good thing. Me personally, I think. But y'all complaining that most of the Who-baes didn't come. Be happy that at least one of them bitches came. Because if none of them would have came, you would have been really in your damn ass. Just be happy that all of them came. And actually, the biggest one of all of them came. So, what's the problem? So, for our last and happy, good luck and good love story, Blackpink's Boombayah is the first debut music video in K-pop to reach 200 million views. That's right, I didn't say 100 million views. I said 200 million views. I actually said 200 because that is a good number right there. So Blackpink set a freaking record with their debut music video, Boombayah, with them being the first, debut music video of any K-pop group to reach 200 million views. We're not saying Boombayah is the first K-pop music video to reach 200 million views, because you know side videos got that bitch beat by like a long shot. We're saying they're the first, it's the first debut music video to reach 200 million views. Which, to be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it actually took this long, because like that's a dope ass song. I said that when I react to it. It's a dope ass song. It's cool vibes. I wanna shit up, like you don't even know. It's a dope freaking song. So I'm not surprised that it reached 200 million views, to be honest. Now, Blackpink's Boombayah did reach 200 million views, but it reached it in 370 days, which is the second fastest time of a K-pop music video reaching 200 million views. The first one is Twice's TT music video reaching 200 million views in just 214 days. So congratulations to Twice for having that record. But at the same time, that's not your first song. So congrats to Blackpink for reaching 200 million views with your debut music video. I hope you guys stick together, stay together for years and years and years on end, and keep breaking freaking records. I love it when K-pop, anybody breaks freaking records, because it's so freaking dope that K-pop is becoming bigger and bigger and better and bigger and better, to be honest. So yeah, that is it for this good little K-pop news corner, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow our socials, and I will see you next time here on Not and Top. And oh, still figure out which one of them stories was okay. I'm still not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I want you to figure it out. Okay, bye. Peace, love, happiness to the world. Okay.